Testing, 1, 2, microphone, check. Hello, anybody home? All right, what's up everybody? I'm Jeremy from Weldtec Designs. Today we are gonna have some fun. We are gonna be walking around the shop. I'm gonna be showing you a ton of stuff as far as what's going on here at Weldtec Designs. And if you guys have any questions along this journey that we do this live, this is the third time we've done this, so you never know what we're gonna quite get, and I never know what to expect, just having fun, winging it. But if you have questions and if you do miss the live, be sure to comment down below and I will be happy to answer any questions that you may have in a future video, or I will even try to answer them in the comment section as we go along here. And now that we have a whopping 2 people, I want one of you guys to say what's up so I can make sure, type in something, say, hey, I want to make sure I'm getting the comments. That way I'm able to answer any questions that you type. So,
yeah, boy, Weldtec for life. See you
pink
tomorrow.
hat, pink hat. You guys got to represent the pink hats. All right. So let's see. I want to see how we can get this. One of you guys, please. I got a whole whopping 3 people on there. There's someone is, let's see, that's mentioning us in a comment on Facebook. But let's see. Hey, what's up? All right, there it is. All right, so I am seeing the comments. It's Matt from Weldtec. I don't even know why. Let's see. Hold on. Let's go back to that. Hey, was that Matt's van in the advertisement? It could have been. And we can go. Oh, you know. That is Phil's right there, RV. Hold on. We're going to switch this around so you don't get any more of me. So here's an RV, guys, that we are doing. This thing is crazy. It is awesome. This is our buddy Phil. He is down from Oregon, and we are doing up his RV right now. So you guys are probably seeing this where we have the Baja Grocery Getter kit. But check out this front bumper. What do you think on the front of this? All decked out with the Light Force lights. You guys know that we love our Light Force lights. And then tucked way back in there, we have that Smitty built winch. Pretty rad. And so what we're doing on the back of this, so we'll swing around to this, and as we go to the back, so this is a 24B RV. And we got some back bumper action going on back here. This is a fully custom back bumper that we are doing on this particular RV. It's going to be pretty stout. It's going to hold our grill. I'll try to not flip around too fast, that way nobody's getting sick. But this is our grill base right here. So this is the grill rear bumper. So on this allows you to run a propane tank right here on the side, and then your barbecue tray, which is going to slide out for your barbecue. And then storage right here. You can put a box up on top. So I'm at the black Chevy van moving. I don't know, we can go back and check out so Matt's van is here. But so as we hang out in the shop, this is the RV bumper. This also now has a door on it, and the door will pivot here from this side and completely lock. You can see that's what this is for. So it will close, and that way you can have everything secure in there. So let me know what you guys want to see. Yeah, thank you for giving that thumbs up. So this is Matt's van. Let's go. We're just gonna cruise around the shop. If there's something you see, want to see, like I said, go ahead, comment. So I'm gonna have to grab the keys to this because I'm gonna have something else really cool to show you guys. So this is the rear bumper. This is our stealth rear bumper that wraps all the way around the side. It is the dual swing bumper. You can see that this has those Method Con 6 wheels. And this is wrapped in a 285/70/17. And this is more of a street tread. So if you're looking for that street tread, this is a Michelin tire. This thing's pretty nice. And this is going to have our rock sliders on it. This has our 5-inch kit. This is a 2-wheel drive. And as we come around to the side of this, you can see is kind of the stealth bumper. So Juan, those are Michelin tires. So Michelin Defenders right there. And that is a 285/70/17. That is an 8.5-inch wide wheel. So cool. Well, hey, I'll answer it again. So smash that thumbs up button right there. Oh, yes. So Austin grabbed the keys to this van. So we will have a full feature on this van. And you can see that this has a second swing if you want to do a swing on there. What's up, Chuck Butt? So check this out, guys. So I know a big thing that a lot of people always say. Hey, look, check this out. This is funny. Hey, wait, look at this guy. So normally this guy's filming me. Today, I could just walk around and film him. This is Austin. Everybody say what's up to Austin. That's the guy that puts out the awesome videos for us here at Weldtec Designs. So as we look at this, you're gonna notice how far this tire sticks out. And for some of you that have a Chevy, you may have this issue as far as, well, when you open your sliding door, it's going to want to rub. And look at this. I'm going to open that up all the way. We'll go inside, check that out. But what is more important right here, what I want to show you guys is this door slide extension now for the Chevy vans. So something that, you know, if you needed to extend your Chevy van door, and you can see down here that it just barely kisses that door, but how far this sticks out. And the good news is I have another one coming that's even farther. What's up, Mike Gordon from Santa Barbara? Thanks for saying hi. So check this out. This is the inside of Matt's van. This is, hold on, I get in that corner and it like wants to like, so if you are looking for a door slide extension and you want it for the Ford, I always tell people it's best to get on the list. You can pre-order it, you can buy it on the website. That way it gets in the production line. If you wait until we build them, they're usually gone by the time we build them. Good, bad problem to have. But anyways, guys, I just want to show you this. This is the door slide extension on the Chevy. And we'll even walk in. I'll show you another version of this. Let's go on a trip. So we have, let's see, what else do we got here? So this is a Ford Econoline that is waiting to get lifted. This is another grocery getter that's waiting on some springs in the rear and back, because this is going to have 35 inches. And this thing is getting all decked out. Let's see if I can walk around. So you can see it has the leaf springs in the back of this with the Fox shocks. And then this is all getting our 4-wheel drive. Oh, you guys want to see something insane? So, all right, so this is getting 4-wheel drive. So you can see this is the beginning of our cross members and everything like that. And with only 9 people watching in the house, you know, maybe not. Definitely are going to have some really cool things coming for the Transit. Another set of the Method wheels. So this is my wife's Transit. She's pissed because it's here. Never know what I'm going to be doing with it. You know, I mean, I just love messing with stuff. So how about that little teaser right there? So if there's something you guys want to see, I would love to show it to you. I just kind of like taking this time to answer any questions that anybody has. I know, you know, not always am I on the wonderful world of YouTube showing it off. But, you know, I do love doing these RVs. These things just sit so nice when they're done. You know, this one all the way, this is our guy Ben, all the way from Idaho. And you can see on here we have done the 6-inch kit. And this is a Sumo Tumo? Man, I can't even pronounce that. There it is. It's got some nice tread on it though. It's a good tread pattern. I like that. I would love to do it, Juan. It's just a matter of trying to get it all set up. Let's see if this is going to reconnect. There we go. You know, just time. And I mean, to be honest, you know, this crazy time that we're living in, you know, some people just don't want to. That's Chris. Say what's up, Chris. What's up? You know, a lot of people are just cautious of meeting up, I want to say. And I just want to kind of be respectful to that. But yeah, it would be awesome to set something up where we have, you know, a meetup and just, you know, a ton of people with our RVs and vans and everything. So this is a, looks like Dana's Customs right there. That's a Chevy dual swing. So this is the Predator bumper. If you guys aren't familiar with this, let me show you right here on this bumper. So what is nice about this Predator bumper is you can buy just the bumper by itself. You don't have to buy the tire swings. Now you can see this whole mounting structure right here. That is going to be where the pin bolts into. And this is a look at that right there. So that is going to bolt into that hole. And then allows you to run your swing, which is awesome, especially if, you know, the whole bumper may be out of range as far as your price. You know, that's something that you could definitely consider doing. So then you could add, you know, one side, add the second, and there is a look at the spare tire swing, and then there is your platform for your, if you're going to run a box, a gas can, anything like that. And then coming right here, you can see this is our Chevy Stealth winch bumper right there. This thing is awesome. And you saw that for the first time on Velocis a couple years ago. Hold on, I know that there was, let's see. Have you ever done a body lift on a Ford chassis like you did on the Chevy? So, Colin, I have not. I don't really. The reason that we had to do a body lift on the Chevy was just to get a little bit more clearance for the tires. Typically, when running 35s on a Ford, I don't get the same kind of body rub. I feel like it's because the fenders are a lot bigger on a Ford than they are the Chevy. The Chevy's like fender opening is right at 35 inches, so it always has to be modified and made bigger, where the Ford has a bigger overall opening to clear that 35. Now, of course, if you were going to go to like a 37-inch tire or something even bigger, well then yeah, you could probably do it. But I'm not really a big fan of the body lifts. It was just something more out of necessity to get that clearance I need to, you know. So hey, this is work, Juan, this is work. I gotta, you know, make sure I keep all of you guys happy, explaining to you guys, you know, what products we have, what are coming out. You know what else is really cool? I don't know if you have seen, let me go see if I can find a pair. Let's go in here. So I know I saw Brett. Are you still in the house? Oh, you gotta go. Yeah, get back to work, Juan. So check out these. These things are a beast. All right, hold on. I was gonna like two-hand this thing. All right. There it is. All right, Brett. So you're the man. You've been waiting for this. There it is, Brett. Look at how beautiful this is. This is the new Nissan Envy 3-inch lift spindle. That is just sexy right there. So that's the front side of it. This is where your hub base is going to bolt up to. And I'll flip it around. and show you the back of this is just as nice. Look at that right there. Brett, these are just waiting to go on your van as soon as we can schedule you an install. So, pretty sweet. So, I don't know how many Nissan, we only have, you're probably the only Nissan guy here, our whopping 14 people hanging out. Hey, all 14, there we go, 15, you know, we're getting into these big numbers. But, so that's it for the Nissan right there. Pretty amazing. What else have we got to show? What else would you guys like to see? Whole bunch more Chevy four-wheel drive stuff. So if we have any Chevy four-wheel drive people, I'll tell you something that we have come out with now that is pretty rad, is now on our Chevy four-wheel drive stuff. Matt, you missed your van. We did a whole walkthrough on your van, buddy. So what this does is it allows you to have camber and caster adjustment not only on the upper control arm, but now you also have adjustment on the lower control arm with that setup there. Heck, Matt, I'll even walk back out to it for you. You've been awesome, super patient, and showing off the door slide extension on your van. So let's see, what else we got? Except we always almost lose service every time we go out there. So all of these, we got a whole bunch of bumpers. Should I get a 3500 instead of a 2500? So honestly, guys, there's no difference between a 2500 and a 3500. There it is, Matt. See, it's just sitting over there for you. And the reason being is that the only difference between them is going to be one extra leaf spring in the rear. And if you're gonna go with any of our progressive leaf spring pack, then it's not really necessary to have that 3500, 2500. I mean, there's not huge differences. Here, let's go over here to the side. It's just sexy right there. Woo! So let's see what else we got back here. All right, hopefully we don't lose service. I'm gonna walk back here and show you this. Here's another bumper we did, this dog right here. So a lot of people ask if we can do bumpers. I don't have an NV that is here right now done. It may be back, and if it does show up back, Elijah, I will walk over and show it to you guys. So you got a lot of people always ask if we can do a bumper that's going to wrap the headlights to give you more protection up front, and we definitely can do that. As you can see, we've taken this stealth bumper and converted it. We've done a whole top section on the stealth bumper to give you a lot more room as well as protection in the front of it. So this is something a little bit different, pretty rad. And as we turn around, you'll see, like, so here we have another E450 RV, and this one is not lifted. This one will be getting started this week. And as you know, if you are an RV owner, the big problem with these RVs is that they just sit really low to the ground. Now, I don't know if this one does, and it does. So there it is, guys, a live view of just how low these jacks are to the ground, which is never good if you like doing any kind of... Tell you, on my black van, it's probably going to be locked. Oh, it's not. All right. So I have started doing the build out in this. So, all right, first time for everything. So check this out, guys. This is my new Chevy van. I'm starting to do the build in this. And as you can see, I have started with doing some seats in here. And I've done these seats as far as doing the seat tracks in the floor. So you can see that I've the whole So all of that. Also start my flooring on the top of this. It will all be completely flush. And what's great about this is this seat will actually slide forward on this track system, so that if I want to be able to get in behind here, I can, but it just allows some flexibility. This row right here will ultimately become my third row. But right now I will end up doing the Sienna seats, my Ultra seat conversion with the footrests here in this second row. And as we jump up front, we'll see that we have also done the Ultra seat conversion up here in the front, which is nice. I like doing these, so some extra pockets on the side of them, as well as I've done the pockets in the back and holder, where I can clip in a gear hook up here on the top if I want, even more place for storage up here on the top. So guys, please, if you have questions about any of this stuff, let me know. Very saggy, but I want to try to go without the arms. I'm not really sure what you mean, Colin. How much lift does the front springs you offer with the Fox shocks? No radius arms. I crammed some 1/8. So we don't sell any of our parts, so you can't do just the front springs and shocks without our radius arms or I-beams. You have to kind of do all of it together. It's not really one thing that is going to lift your van per se. It's kind of a combination of all of our parts that really help your lift out. So, oh, you know what I got in here? Look at this. I know that there's got to be, look at this. All right. There, look at that. So I know that all of you guys already are subscribed to Growing Up Garage. If you're not, head over there and do that. And I know right now we have a deal going on the hats for just $20. And I don't know what the shirts are, but definitely supporting a good cause, as we're trying to do some really cool stuff over on Growing Up Garage and promoting kids using tools and having fun. So I'm gonna throw all this back in here. All right, let's see. So Azerville, a horrible squeak. So I would check two things. I would make sure, see if the coil is rubbing on the beam. That coil just kind of floats on the bottom of that retainer. See if that is just sitting in there. Sometimes that can just move around like a squeaky bed. That would be my first thing that I would check on there. And if that's not it, give me a call and I will be happy to kind of go over any suggestions. Run a sway as far as sway bar options. So I don't know if you guys got any more questions. We can kind of just keep walking around. So if I was going, Elijah, it looks like, so here's the big thing. There's so much difference between a Nissan NV and then a Ford Econoline. So from an off-road standpoint, a Ford Econoline is going to work much better off-road. You will have the negative aspect of it as far as like it does have the I-beams, and some people either are or are not a fan of those. The Nissan NV is going to be really nice, but to be honest, most of the lift kit that we're doing is more of a lift and not as much performance based until you get into doing like the King coilovers, and then you're also going to add the progressive shocks. So now I will tell you that is about twice as much as a Baja grocery getter kit. So that is going to be the negative of it. You know, it just depends on your budget, whether you're looking for a new or used van. If you were in the market for a new van and you were saying, well, I'm between a Chevy Express and a Nissan Envy, you know, after driving these Nissan Envies, if I was going to go with a short Chevy Express or a Nissan Envy, I would go with the Nissan Envy. The more and more I drive these Envies, I'm becoming a bigger and bigger fan of them. Just, it's true. So all you Ford guys out there, let's go talk Ford vans for a little bit. So this is my Ford van that I have. I keep saying I need to do a whole video on this whole van, kind of talk about this build and what I'm doing to it. So far on there, you're right, the horsepower on the NV, I mean, that thing hauls ass. It really does. You're right, Brett. So this is our Ford van. So if you are looking at the Econolines, so let's talk about this. This does have our Baja grocery getter kit on it. This does have our tube winch bumper on there. However, there's no winch. And I did do a custom top section, and I'm running 4 of the Light Force striker lights in there, which are pretty rad. So the other thing that I have done on this is I am running the fiberglass hood as well as the fiberglass flared fenders. Now, as we come down here, you'll see that currently my tire, you know, I think I'm going to probably put about 1.5 inch wheel spacer on the front of this just to get my tire out a little bit farther, because I don't like that look of having my tire inset my fiberglass. And as you see on the back, I am already running 1.5 inch wheel spacer on the back, which I really like running the wheel spacers on the Fords. I usually don't go more than 1.5 inches, and I do have a video on our YouTube showing you guys how to put that on. So another set of these awesome Method wheels, and this is going to have the whole Baja grocery getter kit, and we do have the King shocks on this as well. I'll come around to the other side. The Baja grocery getter kit with King shocks on it, and this thing is a lot of fun to drive. Now, if you have never seen these in the Ford van, this is our Ultra seat conversion, and you can see they look very similar to the Chevy van except in a Ford. And these things are comfortable, and the more you use them, the more comfortable that they get. So we're not doing the pocket options on the sides of these. However, they do have the pockets in the back of them, which make them really nice. So let's see, I think I missed one. Even the new GM with the 6.6 is a dog compared to the NV. See, now that's the one I would love to see. I have not driven the 6.6 gas van yet, so that's one that I'm definitely looking at doing. I did notice that the coil does seem to rub. It almost makes... Yeah, please, you can send us. Cool, we need seats. So yeah, that's the seats that we do. So we do our Ultra seat conversion in the Fords and in the Chevys. I'm gonna tell you guys, man, the Nissan seats are so nice, we probably don't need to do them in there. So yeah, and then the last thing we're gonna pop out, let's see. So I'll tell you, Elijah, if you're coming from a long travel truck, I mean, nothing's gonna beat like the coilover suspension on the Ford van, or I'm sorry, man, I messed that up. On the Chevy is amazing. You really have to go on our YouTube, watch the video where it says like Velocis takes on Superstition. And I mean, we're going through the washes doing, you know, 50 miles an hour, just eating whoops. People would say, yeah, a van could never do that. It completely does, and with no issues at all. So I don't know if you've ever seen this, guys. This is a Ford Econoline, our door hook. And you may be asking, well, what the heck is that for? And so your door, so when you want to keep your door open, you're hanging out at the beach and you just don't want your door closing on you over and over again, you can see that that hooks down there, right there, and then just hooks onto your fender well right there. So your door is not going to be moving, which is really nice. Now, I know, yes, you can use a bungee cord for that, and it works just fine. But we do have these on our website. You can buy them. They are a whopping 48 bucks, and that's gonna hold your door solid. So I haven't done anything to the inside of this yet. It still just has the normal seats. That's gonna be the next step, is doing something cool. I don't know whether I'm gonna use these seats or run the Toyota Sienna seats in here. So I saw a question pop up. It said, when are we going to do something with that sweet Tundra back there? So that sweet Tundra is actually for sale. You could buy it, Steve. You could have a sweet Tundra. It's a, what is it, a 2001? Oh, you're talking about the pre-runner Tundra, right? Yak, yak. So this is our Ford van. And that's a really loud helicopter. So what else would you guys like to see? This is another motorhome in the shop, getting a lift kit put on it. All these shocks, just poo-poo, poo-poo. Maybe if any of you guys need a Hellwig sway bar, well, no, not the sway bars, the Adeleafs. Rock sliders, show me some rock sliders. Oh, Brett, I need to even get that rear bumper down. All right, let's see. What van here has only, I think there's only a couple here that have the rock sliders as far as the Chevys. So here. Yeah, there you go, Matt. There is your rock sliders right there. And so what's nice about these sliders is you can do them with or without the steps. If you want to do the steps, you can add those wherever you want. Some people will add 3 to the passenger side. That way your doors getting in and out of it are really simple. So these are the rock sliders, and while we're out here, I might as well get down on my back, show you how nice. So what this is, guys, is this is a 2-part rock slider. So you're gonna see your main section of your slider here actually welds to your frame to make that thing really strong. And then your second part of your slider here, which is going to bolt up to the main part and then welds to the slider itself. So, and you can see that it does that in all 3 locations right there. So pretty stout. So we've done a fun video. We need to do another one where we actually like lift up the whole van with this whole, by the rock slider. So we have used those before, to lift it up. I know, man, I just washed this thing and look at that. Oh, there's already spiders. You have friends, Matt, on your van. They're just hanging out. They think it's cool too. So there it is. The door all kicked out. Like we said, guys, our Chevy door slide extension now. So that way, if you are running bigger tires on your Chevy van, that is not a problem to do that. You can now run the bigger tires with a sliding door, and this will clear a 35-inch tire. So this particular one is a smaller door slide extension. We do have a bigger one now as well. And if you're running crazy big tires, well, we can even do that. We got all kinds of things for you. And I always joke around about how I'm just taking off parts and I don't recommend certain things. And here's my little boneyard. And I tell you this for reasons, like piles of these Hellwig Adeleafs in order to what normally you know, people are putting in their RVs as far as like helpers, leaf springs, piles of airbags that we just take off. I mean, there's airbags everywhere back in here. Just, you know, we just don't use them. I don't even know why we save them. Maybe just for fun videos to prove to you guys that I really do just recycle them. It's my craziness. So what else do you guys want to see? Dude, the OG van. This thing's sad. We got to do something fun with this. This is the van that started it all. This is the original Weldtec van. This got the Weldtec lift kit. Oh man, about 2001. So pretty rad. Hold on, I missed that. I'm gonna try to go back. So love the rear bumper extensions. Looks like it protects about a quarter of the panels. So yeah, like on that rear bumper, yes, it definitely wraps around the back of it and protects that back quarter panel. That's only going to be on the Stealth bumper. Our Predator bumper doesn't wrap around the side of it anymore. But yeah, Baja Grocery Getter right here. Just needs some love. Look at it, it's just kind of sad. You can see I used to have even the reservoir shocks on this thing. I started to upgrade the hood and the front end to the 2008 and newer, and just haven't finished it, you know? We've gotten too busy. We started building Velocis, and now I have to build another Chevy van because Velocis is off hanging out with Tim in Texas now, where he's telling me he's ready to get it supercharged. So he's saying about 625 horsepower out of that, which is gonna just be crazy. A lot of fun. Mini Coopers. So what else? Come on, you guys got some, what else you got for me? What else you got for me? Yeah, that is a 20-year-old wrap baked into the SoCal sun. It is, it's sad, but you know, I can't get rid of it because if it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't be here talking to you guys right now. And I'm pretty thankful for that. So, yeah, this is, you guys know what these are. This is just the stock van. Just needs some Weldtec love right there. Sure is going to be nice when it's all done. So this is something, you know, a lot of people ask. So we are doing a 4-inch kit on this one. And we are actually going to do this with the extended radius arms. We're still going to run a 285 70/17 tire. So we're still running that almost 33-inch tire on there. And we're getting that because we are going to be running the extended radius arms, which allows us to push that whole thing forward. Now, it's going to keep it lower, bigger tire, you know, less wheel well showing, which a lot of you guys like, which, you know, I'm cool with. It's something different. The downfall is right now, so it just, we don't have a spring for it right now, but you know, who's to say that we won't in the future. But this van's really clean, really nice. This does have the 4.6 liter in it. I know that he went to a 410 gear ratio and then also added an air locker as his main purpose for that, was saying that, you know, basically just wants to be able to launch his boat, you know. So yeah, it's 4.6. Yeah, I mean, I have 200,000 on my 5.4, but I've never had the 4.6. But you know, a really clean van, and just shows you that there are a lot of really clean vans out there, and you know, ready to be built and have some fun with. So I'm just cruising, guys. If there's something, we'll walk back in the shop, see what's going on in here. As you can see, that is going to be a surfboard rack pretty much for the back of the RV that we're doing right here. So this thing's going to be rad. Like I said, this is going to be doing our grill bumper in the rear. And I'm telling you guys, this thing's pretty sexy. I'm digging it. And then we're gonna mount this big old box right here on the top of that. What's up, Peppa D's Nuts? So, so I would tell, let's see, how did I lose that? So Rhett Turner, if you, hold on, hopefully you guys can still hear me. I know the air compressor kicked on. So, hey, thanks G Murph for hanging out. Appreciate all your questions. And thanks for hanging out with us here at Weldtec. So Rhett, my answer to you would be that if you are looking to build a shuttle bus and you're looking for something that you can build that has the accessibility of a wheelchair, the benefit is going to be in our Chevy platform. We're going to have so many more options for you. Chevy is the only platform in which we are, and I'm not even showing you guys any Chevys here. We'll go back to this goofy mug right here. So Chevy is our only platform in which we are doing four-wheel drive conversions. So if you are thinking about building a van and you want us to build it and you do want four-wheel drive, well then Chevy is going to be the only way to go for us to do it. We can do definitely a lot of things in a two-wheel drive and have you do a two-wheel drive lift kit and do a air locker. There is a lot of things that we can do on the Ford platform, on the Nissan platform, in order to get you, a really nice vehicle, and that's going to be having a full frame on it, and that's kind of why I'm telling you about those. So I still like having the full frame. I'm not. However, if it is something, you want to transit because it's like the medium or high roof, I totally understand the benefit in having that. There is pros and cons of all, but say, Brett, definitely on the Chevy platform. Let's see. Could you do your stealth bumper in aluminum? No, that would just be craziness. Leo, I want to run. To an F series connection. I thought I was in such a good spot. All right, so Matt, you're getting, I know you were getting, let's see, high roof, not a big deal. Am I only 4 feet tall? There you go. Yeah, talk to Matt. Matt could probably help you out, Rhett. In van, it's always definitely great to be able to connect with other guys that have either had their van built or are doing this, and it gives you a great opportunity to kind of see what other people have done. Therefore, you don't have to do things multiple times on your own van build. And I think that's something that's really important, is even with us, our goal is to build you a van one time. That way you're able to just get out and enjoy it and have a lot of fun with it. Who doesn't want to just go out and have fun with their vans? You guys see a sweet forklift? You guys into forklifts? What else? Come on, guys. I want some more questions. I'm gonna hang out with you. We'll just hang out in this bumpers. How about that? We'll come sit over here. So, bumpers, how you guys doing? You guys ready to go on a new van? Yeah, I'm crazy. There you go. See? People always have a lot of good information, and that's what's great, is a lot of them are willing to share that. I know, Brett, we'll have to, when it comes in, we'll have to check it out. I know we have another one that we just did, and he wanted to know about doing gears in a locker as well. Sorry, Ken, I didn't see your question. What do you got, Ken? Let's see. See if it'll let me scroll up. See. Was going to order Was gonna order the, all right, so Ken, this is for you. I was gonna do the Baja Grocery Getter Kit. You have a 95 E250 Falcon camper van. Should I order it, the SE350, for better capacity front springs? To be honest, so Ken, the biggest thing that you're gonna wanna do when doing this kit, you're gonna wanna do our normal Baja Grocery Getter Kit. It's going to work totally fine on your van. However, what you will want to do is you're going to want to upgrade your I-beams to the 2008 and newer beams. Therefore, we can run the 2008 and newer sway bar on it as well. That's going to make the biggest difference on such a big vehicle. And that is why even on the older RVs, if you have a 2007 and older RV, most of these RVs as well, we are also updating all of them so that they have the sway bar on it. I know most of the time I'm telling you guys that I want to get rid of your sway bars if you're going to be doing any off-roading. I don't like the sway bars on the Baja Grocery Getter Kit, but I do like the sway bars on the RV lift kits. Or if you have a van and, you know, if you're pushing, you know, 9,000, 10,000 pounds in a van, then I might kind of lean you towards doing a sway bar on it as well. And anytime I'm going to tell you to do a sway bar, it's going to be to upgrade it into the 2008 and newer. So that's going to be the biggest thing to do. So Ken, if you do have more questions, you know, let me know. I'll be happy to answer them for you. I'm going to tell you as well, while we're in there, I would definitely do the springs in the back, because most of the time, if you do have an older van, the bushings, it could even have low miles on it, but the bushings are typically shot just due to Mother Nature having her time on them. And with all the springs, it's going to also include that as well in there. I need a 250 or 350 for business, dual popper, disaster type of setup. What engine? So Rhett, again, I'm going to tell you that anytime that I'm going to do the Chevy van, I'm definitely a fan of the 6.0 gas engine. They are awesome if you're just looking for a gas vehicle. It's also going to tow really well, as I tow about a 9,000 to 10,000 pound trailer on a weekly basis, and it tows that trailer great, like no issues whatsoever. So that is definitely a plus. You know, obviously you're going to get into, you have the 6.6 option. Those are a van that's a lot harder to find. You know, in the 2.8 liter, a lot of people love them. We've also done a video on towing with them, and they're not bad as well, but I'm just a fan of the 6.0 until I get a chance to really drive that 6.6 diesel or 6.6 gas. And then I'll be like, all right, now let's, you know, that might be something different. I am currently building a new 6.6 Duramax diesel 4-wheel drive van for myself that will take Velocis's place, and I'll have to come up with a cool new name from that. So, Brett, you're just saying that because you just love the Nissans. We can't get you out. Ever since you left a Ford, now you're just the Nissan guy. You're going to be known as the Nissan man, and, you know, that's it. So, down to whole 19 people on here, guys. We've been almost here. I know, you know, for almost an hour. If you guys have more questions, you know, I love trying to help you guys out. Yes, I could, Alyssa. And you know what? I love talking so much, you know, and I'm glad that you bring that up. If I could talk any more, because you know who else is great at talking, guys, is as you come in here, then welcome to the office. You're going to see Austin. You got Steve, our web guy. And then here's Alyssa. So, Alyssa, you like to talk so much.
No, I don't.
Why don't you say hi to everybody?
Hi, everyone.
So, we're getting the echo of it in the background. Look at, she is so embarrassed because she hates being on. Look at this guy's hair.
We have stuff to
Look
do.
at this. I wish I just had hair like that, dude.
Custom fabricated?
Yep, dude, if I could only have that kind of hairdo. So this is Alyssa. Everybody, when you call, she just wants us out of here so bad. So bad. She loves it.
Oh my god.
Like a scared alley cat.
Oh. So good times always here at Weldtec Designs. Love showing you guys everybody, because it is definitely not me that just makes this happen. Without this great team that I have, you know, definitely couldn't do it. I miss it if you need. So definitely, yes, on my 6.0, I was running 456 gears in order to help with the towing if you do need to. So yes, definitely that was something. I didn't talk about the Nissan Envy because, so here's what happens, Brett, is every time I bring up new products in one of these videos that aren't completely done, and we get phone calls with people trying to order them, and I get yelled at. And if you watch this video really slowly and walk past the Transit, you will see that. And, you know, Alyssa keeps making these comments. I might just have to go back in and ask her. It was great. Her mom actually came out from New York. I know you're probably not watching this because you're on the plane going back to New York, but otherwise I got to meet Alyssa's mom. She was very thankful. She says that we're straightening her out, you know. Got to keep these people in line. So we do have a custom set of springs coming for the Nissan Envy. We definitely have custom springs coming for the Ford Transit. We have more stuff coming for the RVs. It's just, it's going to be nonstop. We have so many cool new products. I would love to show you all of them, but if I do, is there a Chevy? So Matt, if you missed it, here, Matt, since you're here, I will actually walk you back over to this. There is already a door slide extension. It is out. You can order it. And here it is on this van. You can see totally clearing the tire. There's the door slide extension, kicking that out. And I do even have another one that is bigger. So we can clear a 35-inch tire, no problem now on the Chevy van. So guys, I know that has been something that people have been bugging me about. Like, hey, I need a door slide extension for the Chevy. So yes. So I'm glad to see, I mean, we're up to 25 now. We're getting big numbers here, you know. I'm gonna have to tease Chrome and be like, Chrome, how do I get, like, you know, he gets like, dude, I don't even know, thousands of people on his live. So if you haven't seen him, go check out Van City Van Life, where he just put our Baja Grocery Getter kit with custom springs on his van. Chrome is awesome. He's the man. Super, been great to work with, and I'm super excited to see, you know, him have our lift kit on his van as well. So, did I miss a question here? Thanks, Rhett. So, van slide. Let's see. These are all kits getting ready to get shipped out. So, what else you got? What else you got? I know. Let's see. Anything else you guys want to see? I guess, you know, let's just go have some fun. I'm gonna go tease you guys with something. There's chances of everything, Ken. You know, the more I get out there and play with that. So, if you guys want to see something really cool, we're back at the Ford Transit. What do you guys think of that right there? Oh boy. All right, there's your first look. I don't want to get anybody too much, but that's something pretty neat from Weldtec Designs that I know we don't have a ton of Transit people on here yet, but that is something really cool coming for the Transits. So let's talk about RVs, guys. Let's talk about leaf springs. So this is what a set of leaf springs should look like. RV. However, this is not what most of your RV leaf springs look like right there. There we go. You can even say hi to Kevin. Kevin's over there working hard, putting this together. This thing looks killer. So this is the RV springs that are getting put in this one, and the springs that got taken out are actually these ones, and you can see just how flat these leaf springs are, and these are just not doing you any justice. This is why a lot of people will tell you to run airbags to try to help you, and that's why also all those Hellwig leaf springs are in there, to try to just cheat a little bit more height out of a flat pair of springs. And as you can see, with no weight on them, so the only way for these things to go once you add weight is going to be negative. And another really help give you a lot smoother ride. You can see really help give you a lot smoother ride. You can see that the amount of springs in there as well to make that a lot more progressive. Now, another big thing that you'll notice on this spring is that it doesn't have our secondary spring on here. And the secondary spring I'm talking about is this spring here. What that spring is going to do is help you with your load carrying capacity, or if you're going to be towing a trailer, that is going to help kick in, supporting that upper set of springs in order to just give you a better ride, not get as much sag out of the rear end as you would with this stock set of springs right there. So a lot of benefits that go, that come along with this kit. Yes, it is a little bit more on the pricey side, but it is completely worth it. It is really nice. And that is the RV springs. And as you can see, all the stuff just winds up in a junk pile out here. KYB shocks. There is the other leaf spring that came out of this. And we do the same sort of thing. This isn't just something that is done in just the RVs, but as we get in here, let's see if we can poke our head underneath. You can see that as well in this set of springs as well on my own Ford van. So I've been playing around with this a lot in order to make just an amazing pair of springs and ride really nice. So Colin, that lift is going to give us about 7 inches of lift in the rear of the RV, if that is what you were asking for as far as when it comes to the RV lift kits. So what else you guys got? Let's see if I could show you something. So let's see if we can not lose service and I can show you what I'm talking about when it comes to the RVs. So as we jump underneath here, you're going to see that this is an older front end. You can tell by the headlights, but this is going to have the 2008 and newer sway bar links on it, as well as sway bar, so that is going to actually articulate a lot better. And your stock sway bar on the old ones used to go into these holes, which sucked. So there it is. This is a older RV. Can you put RV lease on an E250? Now, why would you ever want to do that when we make leaf springs for an E250? So, not quite sure where you're going with that. Lots more. So, more springs just hanging out. All this stuff comes out. So you can see that this is the pins that used to go in for the old sway bar. Didn't really allow this to, really articulate as much as what we would like without tearing up those bushings or just binding this up a bunch. And that's why the 2008 and newer sway bar is so much better than the old style. Baja Grocery Getter kit versus the Ocotillo kit. The Baja Grocery Getter kit is gonna just way more performance space. It's gonna give you 2 more inches of lift, which equals 2 more inches of travel. It's also gonna have the progressive springs in the rear in order to give you even more articulation, more travel out of the rear as well. So that's something that is going to be good. Let's see here. I'm gonna switch this around. You're gonna have to look at my mug. So Colin, it's not about the max lift. You're only gonna be able to do so much out of the front. You're gonna do 5 inches in the front. It's basically our Baja Grocery Getter up front, and then it's going to be a leaf kit in the rear that's going to match that. How much does it cost to convert a 3500 Express to 4-wheel drive? So our prices are going to range between 17,000 and 24,000, and then you can kind of just keep going up from there depending on what you add on to your lift kit. All right, J90, what's a good van to start with? I mean, I'm personally gonna lean you towards like a Chevy Express or a GMC Savannah. I definitely like those. I'm a fan of the GMC Chevy platform. I like the independent front suspension, and of course, you know, overall ride capability is really, you know, they ride really nice. And then if you do want to upgrade it to 4-wheel drive, you're definitely going to have that ability to do so, which is going to be a plus. No, we don't sell the 250 Leafs like an RV. All right, so we're coming. If you don't want to lift and you just want a basic 4-wheel drive, I would tell you that I would check out like Advanced 4-wheel drive. They do a very nice 4-wheel drive system that is going to just like, you can do it at stock height. We do not do any 4-wheel drive conversions that do not have a lift in it. It's just what we've currently chose to do. You know, we're more about performance and making things fun, and we're just not really doing a normal stock 2-wheel drive with a 4-wheel drive conversion without it lifted. I will tell you that if you are interested in doing a stock height 4-wheel drive parts, I do have a bunch of takeoff parts that we could make a deal on. I think I have a whole front end, and I would do it for like $1,000. So of course it's going to take a lot of fabrication as well, so it's just not something that's going to go in really easy. Yeah, Elijah, the Baja Grocery Getter kit is definitely going to be the best. I mean, it's the only kit that I've ever run on my own van, so it's easy for me to be like, yeah, I love it, because I have been running it, you know, personally on, you know, my vans for dang 20 years, couple days. So no, Colin, quit. You're trying to screw things up. You're just looking to break stuff. There's no... So I would tell you, Yoda, you may be just perfectly fine doing like a little bit of lift on like a 2-wheel drive. And I tell people a lot of times that if, you know, the 4-wheel drive is quite the investment, and I would definitely recommend starting off with a 2-wheel drive. We do have our Know What If program, and what that does is if you do a 2-wheel drive lift kit and you decide that later on you want to go to 4-wheel drive, you can upgrade your, you can trade back in your 2-wheel drive lift kit towards your 4-wheel drive components. Because I don't, you know, like I just, of course I benefit in selling you a 4-wheel drive kit, but at the same time, it may be more than what you really need. And I know me personally, of course, now living here in, you know, California, I don't have, you know, the snow or things of that nature where I need 4-wheel drive. But for how often I run 4-wheel drive in my own van, it really is an expense that's really hard to justify As much as I would love to sell it to you, I would tell you, start off in a two-wheel drive, see if that's gonna, meet your needs. Allow you to run a little bit bigger wheel, a bigger tire, give you a little more traction, and that's something that you're really going to benefit from. If you decided you needed a little bit more, you could always add a locker to the rear of it as well. So there's a ton of different ways that you can do it without, fully committing to, four-wheel drive and spending like all that money. So that's just my 2 cents. And of course, if you do want to go four-wheel drive, we're happy to do it, and love building, these killer four-wheel drive vehicles. And here coming up in the future, we have, I think, 2 or 3 really cool four-wheel drive builds that we are doing. We are completely building these things out, so we'll have full videos on these, as well as Matt's van that will have a full video on that. And that was a lot of fun, Matt, because Kaden and I did that full video together. So I don't want to do any of the 2.8 liter. I have done those in four-wheel drive. And again, if you have a 2.8 liter and you are wanting a four-wheel drive conversion, I would recommend going to either whether it be a Quigley or Advanced. Both of these guys do great four-wheel drive conversions, and you could get it done at there. That's what would be my recommendation. And I'll tell you, there's certain things that we're really good at, and that where cost, where the cost is fair, and Advanced does a killer four-wheel drive conversion for the price. I'm not gonna lie, especially if you don't want it lifted. They're a great option, as well as Quigley. I would tell you, if you want to buy a new van and you want it four-wheel drive, you can do a Quigley conversion. Now, any of these conversions, once they're done, you can do our coilover suspension on them, so you're not limited as far as that. You can do our coilover suspension on a two-wheel drive van. It is like 100%. I'm gonna say 98. There's probably you got to drill a couple holes, but you can completely bolt in our coilover conversion on a two-wheel drive van and have the lift, the amazing ride on your two-wheel drive van. And then if you decide you want four-wheel drive, you may be able to still have one of these companies install your four-wheel drive conversion using all of the components that we have already installed in your van. So I don't know, you'd have to talk to them as far as what the cost would be to do that, but definitely something to consider. If you have that 2.8 liter, you can order that whole coilover kit. We can send it to you. Now keep in mind, I want to say there is about a 40-week time on the coilover kit due to King shocks is just extremely back ordered right now. So a lot of different options, guys, if you have the Chevy platform, and you're wanting to build it out or do anything of that nature. I'm in Denver. My van is at least 10K. So yeah, so Yoda, I get it. I would definitely tell you, I swear Advanced is in Salt Lake. I would check with them about doing a four-wheel drive conversion. So yeah, listen to your girlfriend, Colin. She's probably smarter. All the girls are always smarter than us guys. If we listen to them, we'd probably be way further ahead than we are currently, because we're just dumb men. Sometimes it takes 8 times for us to truly learn. So, well, I don't know, guys. It's been a little over an hour. We're just hanging out here, and if I don't have any more questions coming in, I'm gonna wrap this up. I definitely thank everybody who came in. So, I appreciate all the questions. I love answering any questions that you guys have, and love giving you guys killer products. If you're seeing this later on, still thank you for watching this video, and I will try to come back in this and answer any questions in the comment section that missed our live video. And if you guys like seeing these live videos, maybe we start doing these a little bit more often, where we can answer your questions. Your door extension's coming, Brett. You got to get your lift on first before you worry about your door extension. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that's all I got, guys. So, you know how we end this. I'm Jeremy from Weldtec Designs. I hope you guys have smashed that subscribe button. Ring that notification bell so each time we put out videos. And also make sure you go over to Growing Up Garage, smash that subscribe button. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video.